Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our channel. We have an exclusive and heart-pounding encounter to share with you today. In the vast expanse of the Mediterranean Sea, tensions have reached a boiling point as a U.S. aircraft carrier faces off against not one, but two Iranian warships, loaded with thousands of missiles. This dramatic confrontation could shape the future of international relations and naval power dynamics. But before we dive into the heart of the action, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on the world's most pressing stories. The Mediterranean Sea, a historically significant body of water, has become a theater for this intense face-off. On one side, we have the pride of the U.S. Navy, an enormous aircraft carrier, a symbol of American military might, and on the other, two Iranian warships bristling with missiles, ready for any challenge. As our sources have informed us, both sides have been monitoring each other's movements for weeks, and the tension has been palpable. The Mediterranean Sea, typically a hub for maritime trade and recreation, now hosts this nail-biting confrontation. The U.S. aircraft carrier is a floating fortress, a mobile airbase with unmatched firepower, and it's here to assert its presence in this region. The Iranian warships are no pushovers either. With their missile arsenal, they're making it clear that they are not to be taken lightly. The world watches with bated breath as these military giants go head-to-head. The Pentagon announced late Saturday that it will send an aircraft carrier and air defense systems to defend U.S. military troops in response to a growing number of attacks on U.S. facilities, presumably by Iranian-backed groups as tensions mount amid conflict. Additional U.S. military forces in the U.S. have also been placed in a higher state of readiness for a possible future deployment to the Middle East on short notice. In a major change, the aircraft carrier U.S. Eisenhower and its strike group of a cruiser and destroyers is being redirected to the Middle East instead of to the Eastern Mediterranean, where it was supposed to join the U.S. Ford strike group as an additional deterrent for. Following detailed discussions with President Biden on recent escalations by Iran and its proxy forces across the Middle East region, today I directed a series of additional steps to further strengthen the Department of Defense posture in the region. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said in a statement released late Saturday night. These steps will bolster regional deterrence efforts, increase force protection for U.S. forces in the region, and assist in the defense of, he added. Over the last week, there have been a growing number of security incidents involving drone and rocket attacks on U.S. bases in Syria and Iraq that appear to have been carried out by Iranian-backed groups opposed to the U.S. support in its war. A U.S. citizen working as a contractor at Al-Assad Air Base in western Iraq died from a cardiac episode during an attack on the base last Wednesday. In the most visible attack on Thursday, the destroyer U.S. Carney intercepted 4 missiles and 15 drones fired from Yemen by the Iranian-backed Houthi militia that the Pentagon said may have been headed towards targets. At the time, the destroyer was located in the central Red Sea and used SM-2 air defense missiles and other capabilities to bring down the Houthi missiles and drones. Austin is also adding more air defense systems and troops to the Middle East to protect U.S. military forces in the region, including a THAAD, Terminal High Altitude Air Defense, missile battery, and additional Patriot air defense battalions. Finally, I have placed an additional number of forces on prepare to deploy orders as part of prudent contingency planning, to increase their readiness and ability to quickly respond as required, said Austin. I will continue to assess our force posture requirements in the region and consider deploying additional capabilities as necessary, he added. The additional air defense units being sent to the Middle East were likely among the more than 2,000 U.S. military forces that Austin had placed on prepare to deploy orders last week. Those additional personnel were told to be ready to deploy on 24 hours notice if needed and included units specialized in air defense, security, logistics, medical support, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, transportation, and other capabilities. The U.S. Carney, a Navy destroyer in the Red Sea, has shot down multiple missiles and drones launched by Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen, weapons that the Pentagon says were heading along the Red Sea, potentially toward targets. Pentagon Press Secretary Brigadier General Pat Ryder on Thursday told reporters at the Pentagon that the ship intercepted 3 land attack cruise missiles and several drones over water. This action was a demonstration of the integrated air and missile defense architecture that we have built in the Middle East and that we are prepared to utilize, whenever necessary, to protect our partners and our interests in this important region, Ryder said. There were no casualties, according to Ryder. The ship did not appear to be the target of the attack, according to preliminary U.S. assessments. The missiles from Yemen come a day after the Al-Tanf garrison, which hosts U.S. forces in Syria, was targeted by 2 drones. U.S. and coalition forces destroyed 1 drone, while the other drone reached the base and resulted in minor injuries to coalition forces, according to Ryder. U.S. forces in northern Iraq shot down another drone Tuesday near Bashar Air Base, resulting in no injuries or damage to coalition equipment or facilities. 2 drones targeted Al-Asad Air Base in western Iraq on Tuesday. One was shot down while the other was damaged, resulting in minor injuries to coalition forces. Let's talk geography for a moment. The Mediterranean Sea is a key transit route for global commerce, making this standoff a cause for concern. Joining us is our geopolitical expert, Dr. Sarah Mitchell, to shed light on the implications. Certainly, this confrontation isn't just about 2 naval forces facing off. It has broader implications. The Mediterranean Sea is a crucial trade route, and any disturbance in this region can impact global economies. Moreover, the geopolitical implications of U.S.-Iran relations are front and center here. It's a high-stakes game with far-reaching consequences. As we wrap up this exclusive report, the situation in the Mediterranean Sea continues to evolve. We'll keep you updated on this and other critical global developments. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support keeps us going, bringing you the news that matters. Thank you for joining us today. Stay safe, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next video.